sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Yeah, it's goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, I stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought we bleed that? It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. Now don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC 4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of
I gotta make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this out before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this.
And
we are live.
And that is a good ass
drop.
Hey, I like that.
That's a good
transition.
Hey, it's a good drop for Landlord. It's a good drop of Landlord, but you can't. It would be a good drop like if I used it or if you used it. He couldn't use it for himself though. You know what I'm saying? And the nation need. Hey, hold on. I got something to say. Nation needs to hear this. You know what I'm saying? That'd just be a dope ass sound. It'd be a dope sound bite for somebody else.
So I can't have my own.
Needs to hear this. And hey, bro, how did your sound start sounding? How do you sound worse now? Where did you go? Did you go in the break room?
He in hell.
What did I do?
He's in hell right now. So, you know.
You went to the break room, bro. If you went to the break room, go back to your office, cause man, wherever you are right now, the service.
It don't sound good, huh?
Man, that man up there with all that yellow K plutonium, that yellow K plutonium messing with his phone signal, man. You know you're a terrorist.
Hey, I am not.
Don't do that.
Not the man in the middle. We talking about the man who can't show his face on here, building weapons of mass destruction in a secret location. That's who we talking about.
I disagree.
Sir. But shout out to everybody out there in Cowboys Nation. It's your boy Henny DeMoore reporting live from the liquor store. Right underneath me is Big West Coast Cowboy. What you want like to be called today, man? John the Baptist of the Dallas Cowboys stuff, or the Kanye West of the Dallas Cowboys content, man? Which one you want to go with today?
Just call me Tyson Jordan and Kyron's dad. I'm Tyson Jordan and TJ.
Already. And then at the very bottom, we got.
Man, don't do that.
Man, listen, I ain't said nothing yet. I ain't said a word yet. At the very bottom, we got the most deplorable, underhanded, shisty, villainous, vile, animalistic character that I ever met in my life. Landlord from Alabama.
That is not true. That is not true.
How
I
you been though,
disagree
man? How y'all good
totally
gentlemen?
with
How y'all
everything you
good
said.
gentlemen been though, man? How y'all been though, man? I ain't seen y'all in a month of Sundays.
All right, whatever.
No.
Oh, you turned some music on. Landlord, what you doing?
He whipping up that dope. You hear him scraping the side? Oh man, but
Landlord.
I don't know. His sound probably went out. Could be back.
Hey man, it's your boy. Wait, hey, turn your. It's picking up my microphone in your. It's picking up our voice in your microphone. You're gonna have to turn it off or something when we talk, or mute him when we talk.
It's good now. I think it.
All right, there we go. All right, so yo, man, hey, man, you already know it's your boy West Coast. Man, we live in the building, Cowboys UnCut. We trying landlord at work right now, so we trying to get him in via voice. But I don't know if it's gonna come through. If it don't come through, don't trip. We still gonna get this show, and we still gonna be live, man. Hey, man, shout out to everybody that's in here. Let me go see how many people we got up in the building right now. How many total people we got up in here right now?
76 right now.
All right, let's go, man. Let's go. Hey, the only reason it's like that is because we have not hit that share. I need everybody to hit those shares, hit those share buttons. No matter where you are, hit that share button. I think Landlord is back. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be back in a minute. But make sure you hit that share button. That's on Facebook. That's on YouTube. That's on Instagram. That's on Twitter. Shout out to the people that's watching on Twitter. It's probably my biggest platform right there. Twitter. Shout out to those people too. Thanks everybody that's watching right now, man. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys continue to tune in, man. And let's have ourselves a good ass show.
Indeed,
Absolutely.
man, indeed. Yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all hit those likes on all pages, shares on all pages. And hey, man, if you're able to, slap the shit out of an Eagles fan. You got one close by to you. They'll listen. There been more sightings recently. You know, I guess they done migrated back around people now that football season is close upon us, but they are flying down in people's toilets and taking the raw shit out of the toilet. So I need y'all to slap an Eagles fan if you can. You're doing a public service by laying hands on them and stopping them from eating feces.
Hey.
Hey, and salute to everybody out there. Dion, Blakeney, Darren Sutton, Roger Smith, Tamika. Salute to everybody. JC Cowboy, Jay Rafa. I see y'all. JV B-Board, Terrence Bosley. Salute to everybody out there, man. Terrell Bigelow, the Silver Slayer, Royal C. King. Hey, salute to all y'all, King G. We got a lot to talk about, though, man, because
Salute.
folks been hating on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, usually, sometimes hate can just be flat out talking crazy about you. You ain't this, you ain't that. Your mama will be ashamed of you. All these little slick things they can say about you. And other times, it's just excluding you from a place and position that they know you belong in. Now, we're going to start with something not as controversial. Because I think everybody in Dallas Cowboys Nation will agree that our cornerbacks got completely holed and snubbed on this list. So
Absolutely.
just to start with context, they doing their little list now, and this list is from executives, coaches, scouts, right? So people that's supposed to know what they talking about. Apparently they don't. Me, Wes, and Landlord all need to apply for jobs in the NFL at this point, because they came out there and said wholeheartedly with their whole chest, with every fiber of their being, that there were 10 cornerbacks better than Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland.
Wow.
And just so y'all don't think I'm crazy or lying to y'all, this is the actual proof. Now, I'd have messed up and left the top 2 off. I got cut off in the thing. But
They gave him an honorable mention. That's crazy.
You got 2 all-pro corners got honorable mentions. The 2 cornerbacks with the most interceptions since 2021 got honorable mentions. It's not like there's some Rudy Poo flash in the pan corners. Like Trayvon Diggs has the most interceptions in the National Football League, and then his running mate Deron Bland has the second most interceptions in the National Football League since 2021. So it's not no coincidence. It's not no fluke. They've really been putting in work. Like they got the accolades and they got the numbers to be considered top players at their positions. So I'm gonna just start with Wes and work my way down. And I'll finish it off. What are your feelings about Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland not being voted as top 10 corners by the executives?
My only question is, were they taking it off of last year's performance? Because if they were taking it off of only last year's performance, then I can see how Diggs got left off because he was injured the whole year. You know what I'm saying? But my only drop pushback to that same thing that I literally just said is, the fact that you've seen lists where you've seen quarterbacks on lists that like Aaron Rodgers, who was ranked like the 6th best quarterback last year, and he didn't play at all last year. So, I mean, I would want to know, like, are they basing this off of, what is their potential going into this year? Or are they basing this solely off of their play from last year? Because if they're basing it off, but I mean, it's crazy because Deron Bland should still be up there probably by himself then. Because Deron Bland on there statistically probably had better stats than at least 5 or 6 of those combined cornerbacks together by himself. So even with that, they should have listen to me. Even if it's just like, hey, we're only gonna go off of what you did last year, and Trevon Diggs didn't play last year, Bland played so damn good that they should have at least came in at 9 by himself.
Exactly.
He should have came in at 9 by himself. And then Trevon Diggs, because he was really good at practice them 2 days.
Hey, crazy as it sounds, Deron Bland, not Deron Bland, but Trayvon Diggs was strapping shit up those couple games that he did play. Like, Trayvon Diggs was playing at a different level.
He got a couple of turnovers while he was, in the first few games.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't sure am I clear or not. Am I clear right now?
You're good.
Crystal.
Okay. All right. So this is what's baffling to me. All right. A dude who got more touchdowns than some of these receivers didn't make your list? That's insanity, bro. That's insane to me. Like, Deron, even though, he had his hiccups, but if you compare his year to anybody else's year, it's a blowout at the cornerback position. You can say interceptions don't matter, but he didn't just get interceptions. He made points for your football team. You see what I'm saying? Interceptions can be lucky. You know what I'm saying? It can be fluke sometimes. He was taking the ball. He wasn't receiving the ball. It wasn't no pop flies like baseball. He was actually aggressively taking interceptions away and scoring points. And all of these so-called NFL execs still left this man off the list. This makes no sense. So the only conclusion I can come to is that it's just pure hate. It's just pure cowboy bias and hate. And I can't find a reason to make it logical. I just can't find a way to make it a logical thing that they left 2 of the best corners, obviously 2 of the best corners in National Football League off of their list. And we know Trayvon Diggs was hurt, but everybody knows he showed you from 1 year he had all the interceptions in the world. The next year he came and shut shit down. And now you act like he's not one of the best just because he was hurt. Like, he just fell off a cliff. Like, nobody remember who he was. This is crazy, bro. To me, from the way they've been ranking all of these position groups, it just feel like a whole lot of cowboy hate, bro. And I can't stand it. I really hate it. It's crazy.
And listen, I'm the numbers guy. Trayvon Diggs has the 2nd most passes defended since 2021, most interceptions, one of the better passer ratings when thrown against. Then you turn right back around to his running mate Deron Bland, pretty much the same thing. 14 picks in 2 years. That's actually astounding. Led the league, broke an NFL record. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's really not any metric or anything you could say to why these 2 cornerbacks got left off the list. Because let me ask you a question. You can't realistically say there's 10 cornerbacks better when you just voted Deron Bland to be in the best corner. You said he was the best corner when he made first team All-Pro, or at least one of the top 3. Right? I think there's 3 cornerbacks on the first team All-Pro.
I mean, my thing is this. Think about this. How good? Just take Diggs off the list. But put Deron Bland and Stephon Gilmore. They should be up there. Those 2 corners should be up there.
You know they ain't gonna
Yeah.
give Gilly anything when he a free
I
agent.
know, but I'm saying with what Bland did, Bland was better than any number one. And you're not going to tell me that there was a number 2 cornerback on there that was, bro, off those 2 names alone should have been on the list. If you're just ranking last year's list, those 2 names on there alone should have been on there.
It's
There's
crazy
no way.
to me. I don't
Because
understand.
Bland-
What are they
Bland-
judging off of? What are they judging off of?
Bland stats would have made up for what Gilmore don't have.
I mean, there's nothing. There's not anything they could say for why they're not on the list. Like there's got to be like personal bias or something to it. You know what I'm saying? Even in the games where DaRon Bland struggled, the stuff he did in the other games made up for it. And listen, DaRon Bland did not have like games where he was completely bad. Even in the Seattle game when he got picked on a little bit, he still got his hand on the ball and got an interception. You know what I'm saying? So like even in the games where he struggled, he made some plays that were positive for the team, and you know he didn't completely fold under pressure. You know you
They
can't
a
really
walking
say that about a lot of
contradiction.
corners.
It's a walking
Go ahead.
contradiction. Who votes for All Pro?
The writers. So
Okay.
it's actually different people that vote that made this list than who voted. So
Okay,
the
but
national
still,
media
by
and
by
the
the
writers,
by. Go ahead.
no, the national media and the writers vote for All Pro and the MVP, and then this list is from executive coaches and scouts.
But you mean to tell me the dude who finished as All Pro and took the ball away better than anybody, scored more points than anybody ever in history at the cornerback position, ever? He broke the record. Ever. He didn't even get an honorable mention. And then we seen Trey over a large period of time. Like
Since 2000.
this is not a sample size. This is a full course meal. We've seen Trey play different ways and still be one of the better corners in the league.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy.
But you know what this also shows, gentlemen? There's a reason why there is multiple first-round pick busts. There's a reason why DaRon Bland ended up falling to the 5th round. There's a reason why Dak Prescott was a 4th-round pick. There's a reason, you know, why somebody thought it was a good idea to draft Daniel Jones. A lot of these front office people don't know what the hell they talking about or what the hell they looking at.
Facts.
Right? We can see from how they make some of these lists why their teams are in the position that they're in.
The pure reason that DaRon Bland was a 5th-round pick shows you that a lot of people don't know what the hell they doing.
That's what I'm saying. Trayvon Diggs fell to the 2nd round, right? 2 all-pro corners that did not go in the 1st round. People, they botched it. You know what I'm saying? So,
guess who
my
knew
point
better
is-
than that? I did. I knew
Yeah.
Trey was a better corner than a 2nd-round corner. I was hysterical when he fell to the 2nd.
Man, the man had a 1st-round grade, so I'm not sure how he even fell to the. Remember, there were folks mocking Trayvon Diggs to us in the 1st round, and it just so happened to fall in a position where we could get CD Lamb, then turn around and get Trayvon Diggs.
I literally was disappointed that we didn't draft Trey in the 1st. Then when we got CD, I was like, okay, I ain't mad about that. But then we come back and still spin the block and get Trey. That was one of the best Cowboy drafts I can remember.
It was a very good draft. That 2016, those were very damn good drafts. When you, especially in hindsight, when you know what the players developed into. But yeah, man, that was my entire point. Like these folks' ignorance is showing through. Cause listen, if you were really good at your job, you would not be out here saying that there were 10 cornerbacks better than Trayvon Diggs. You would not be saying there's 10 cornerbacks better than DaRon Bland. That's why y'all ain't got no DaRon Bland or Trayvon Diggs. Because you don't know what the hell you're looking at. You don't know what you're scouting. And that's my thing. Just because you're an executive and all this other shit and you're a scout, it doesn't actually mean that you're good at your job.
Facts.
That's all I got to say today.
I put it to you like this, man. DaRon Bland not winning the Defensive Player of the Year was an NFL thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's an NFL thing, right? So when I see, I don't, man. I just see it like this: if DaRon Bland would have been a 1st-round pick, he would be looked at as Deion Sanders right now. If Sauce Gardner was doing this, he would be looked at as Deion Sanders right now. But since he's from Fresno, and he wearing number 28, and nobody knows really who he is, he's not getting that type of love nor admiration. And one thing that the Cowboys absolutely suck at is defending their own players when they're not getting love from the nation and the world. Why? Because the Cowboys know they're about to play him in a little bit. So, and then my next thing I will say is this. If I am a media outlet source and I want to create some reactions or some stuff to get some people fired up, all you got to do is create a top list and leave a known, reputable Cowboy player on it. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you want to go viral, and you're a non-Cowboy fan, create a top 10 pass rusher list and put Micah Parsons like 7. If you want to get death threats, leave him off the list.
Yeah, true. We already know what type of, attention that the Cowboys and the Star get. Like, and everybody just play off of that too. Everybody in free agency, everybody eats off of that, and we already know. And it don't even matter how ridiculous the stuff that they say is. It don't even matter. Like, we still gonna feed into it. It's crazy.
Man, so we all agree we ain't gotta take this to a vote. Bullshit not having to run Bland or Trayvon Diggs in the top 10. So we gonna go to the next person that was snubbed, because we're all in agreement on that one. The next person that was snubbed was your quarterback. Now, there was some lists where Dak Prescott was the best quarterback in the NFC. There was a list where he was top 5. This other list was not so kind to Dak Prescott. So this is the list in question. Same people voted on it. This is according to NFL executives, coaches, and scouts. So Patrick Mahomes at number 1. You can't really argue against that. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott. And just for context, Jalen Hurts and Trevor Lawrence were left outside of the top 10 completely, along with other well-known names like Kyler Murray, so on and so forth. So this is what they think. They think Dak Prescott, after being the runner-up for MVP, second-team All-Pro, and leading the National Football League in passing touchdowns, while only throwing 9 interceptions, is the 10th best quarterback in the National Football League. And we got people above him like Justin Herbert, who missed the playoffs and was hurt last year. Aaron Rodgers, who missed the entire year and is damn near 40 years old. Matthew Stafford, who did not have a better season. Joe Burrow, who coming off an injury. I don't know about this one. We're going to start with my boy West Coast. Matter of fact, we started with West Coast last time. Landlord. Give me your thoughts on this list, man. I'm trying to get a feel. What do you believe they got any of this shit right? You can speak on the list.
Start with West, buddy. Start with West.
All right, West, go ahead, man. He throwing you the alley.
Absolutely. Listen to me. This right here is a 26. I'm sorry for Deron Bland. 26. I was thinking about Darren Woodson. Now I forgot what I was thinking about. Oh, yeah. That right there, listen to me. That list that I said right there is an example of what I just said right now. That is exactly what I was saying. Like, if you want to go viral, if you want a list to go viral, all you got to do is create a top 10 list about something and lead a notable Cowboy player off of it. Because it's crazy, right? Like, don't nobody like Dak until you leave him off a list, right?
Like, hold on now.
Hold on, goddammit. Only we can say he suck. That's exactly what Cowboy fans did when they saw this list. Oh my God, there's no way CJ. Oh yeah, but you don't want to pay him though. It's no way, yeah, but you don't want to pay him. Like, if the only time Dak sucks in Dallas is when we're talking about Dak and a paycheck. When we're talking about everything else, you have no problem with him. Oh no, he's fine. He's a great guy. Oh my God, you mean exactly.
This is atrocious though, cuz like, man, why I can't grasp it. Cause listen, there are some folks that will say, well, Dak don't perform in the playoffs, so that's why he's not on this list. Let me tell you something. Jalen Hurts went to a Super Bowl. He's not considered a top 10 quarterback according to the executives. Brock Purdy played in the Super Bowl last year. His ass ain't on the list either. So apparently they don't give a damn about playoff success or playoff performances either. Because they saw all that shit, said that's cool, and still looked them boys dead in their eyes and said you was not a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League. So if y'all want to say, well, Dak belongs at number 10 because of playoff success. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. And that just shows you the same thing I've been saying. Even the NFL execs know that going to a Super Bowl and all this other shit is not just on the quarterback. If that was the case, Brock Purdy would be in the top 3. Jalen Hurts would be in the top 5. That's not the case, is it?
Nope.
Go ahead, landlord. I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah, you're right though. Like, and that list, I ain't gonna act like it got a lot of validity, but you know, it did exclude Jalen Hurts, and I've been telling y'all he been sorry since he left Alabama. But I mean, I ain't gonna just say that. I ain't gonna give them all that credit because they disrespecting Dak at the same time. So, you know, we'll have to just take that with a grain of salt. But when it comes to Dak, bro, like we seen exactly the player he was last year, and silly me thinking that he was gonna get his respect that he deserved after a year like that, after playing better quarterback than everybody else. You know, instead we was met with something like, okay, it was a down year for quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll say anything to deny giving Dak Prescott his proper respect. That's crazy to me. I don't understand it. Hey, but like I said, we already know what type of hate that star come with. We already know. And it just show us time and time again. Like, why you think he's never been an MVP as a Dallas quarterback? Why you think? It's hate. It's hate. Why you think he's never been a defensive player of the year? Because it's the hate. They don't want to see us be at the mountain peak. We already at the top of everything else. And they like at least let us have something. So they want to hate us out, man. They don't like to see us at the top of everything.
Hey, shout out to True Blue Fan 1. I see you over there on Instagram. And shout out to the prettiest lady in the comment box, Miss Glamorous Jays. I see you.
Indeed. And this is the thing, though. This is the same thing. Y'all, these are the same people that are drafting quarterbacks. One of these execs drafted Daniel Jones in the first round. One of these execs did that shit. One of these executives drafted whatchamacallit that used to play
Mitchell
for the
Trubisky.
Jets. Yeah,
They drafted Mitchell Trubisky over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. They did that.
One of these guys took Pickens. You know, one of these guys took Pickens.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett. Whatever. Kenny get his shit picked all the time. Whatever his name.
One of them drafted Jamarcus Russell too.
Somebody did.
You know what I'm saying? One of them drafted all of these quarterbacks that we don't like. All of those bust number 1 picks that we don't like. One of these execs drafted them.
Man, and listen, the scouts are not excluded. So somebody watched hours and hours of these guys played, looked they bosses dead in the eyes, and said, "Damn it, give me Rosen, give me Josh Rosen, man. He gonna be that dude."
I was almost did something goofy like that.
Josh Rosen said the whole league is going to be upset. The whole league is going to regret it. Yeah.
Man.
He's don't even remember you, bro.
Man, now listen, we up here talking crazy. Like we had somebody in our front office that was finna fight to get what's old buddy
Baker
name?
Mayfield.
No,
Nah, Johnny Football. Johnny Football.
Not I ain't talking about him either. No, you see, we done went through some bad names. That's not even the one I was talking about. Lynch, Paxton Lynch. That's the one.
Oh my
That's
God.
the one. So, hey, like shit. The more I think about this shit, West might really be right. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys draft better than anybody at this point because they had some near disasters that happened down the line. Can you imagine if we had traded assets and really moved up to get Paxton Lynch like we tried to do, or if we passed on Zach Martin to get Johnny Football or any other shit they talk about?
I'm gonna tell you this. I will say this. People play different in different situations. Johnny Manziel went to the worst team in football with the worst offensive line in football. Freaking John, what's that boy name? The left tackle had just retired. The all world left tackle had just retired. Like I'm not gonna say I believe. Listen to me. I believe Johnny Manziel would have worked in Dallas because Jerry. Listen, it would have been lights, camera, action. Jerry would have made it work, but we just didn't need it. But I was the only thing. Paston Licks, I didn't think he was a good quarterback. He was in Memphis, bro. Who they in the ACC? They play basketball. Knock it off. The only thing I want from Memphis is a running back. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't a running back, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I got a skill player from Memphis.
Listen to me. Their wide receivers play running back in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Nobody believed this one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if he ain't playing running back in Memphis, I don't want him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no quarterback from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? But I personally think Johnny Manziel would have worked it. I don't know if he would have worked as in like he would have been a good quarterback, but I think it would have been lights, camera, action. I think Jerry would have tried to protect that investment.
Johnny don't feel the same. Johnny said in his little documentary said if he came to Dallas, he felt he would have killed his damn self. But not like trying to. He just felt like he probably would have got into the Dallas nightlife and lost his shit.
Well, first off, Dallas Cowboy players are not allowed in Dallas strip clubs. I know that for a fact. Doing at least, you know what I'm saying? I know that personal. So you'll never see any pictures of active Dallas Cowboys in strip clubs. But they do have their own at their houses.
And it's like that.
They gonna get some stripper action. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Man, I'm saying I don't know nothing about it. But from what I heard.
He said, I heard.
Battle of the booties. That's all I'm going to say.
Battle of the booties. You understand?
Yeah.
If you ever in front of the... Nah, I ain't going to say that. If you ever in a room with the 2020 Dallas Cowboys reunion class, say this word. Battle of the booties. Whoever eyes do this. They was there.
Man.
I just know COVID shut the strip clubs down, but I know a couple that was open at residences.
Man. Yeah,
2020 was a good year, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was a good year, man. Good year. Hey, but it wasn't good if you lost somebody. I apologize for that. Let me man. Crazy. But I'm gonna tell y'all, listen to me. The cameras are bright everywhere. They're bright everywhere. The only difference is Johnny Manziel's gonna have a camera that follows him. Like these dudes are all doing things. Not even gonna say doing things they're not supposed to, but it's like you're 23 years old, you have millions of dollars in your account. What else are you allowed to do? But I'm gonna tell you this, like in Dallas, like I'm gonna give y'all some insight. The clubs don't really rock. They rock with the players, but they don't really rock with the players like that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been so many like negative interactions from players beforehand. Most of these players aren't even in Dallas. That's why you don't really hear about club candles and stuff like that, because most of these clubs want to, like, bro, unless they're buying the club out, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. I remember the last time I was in a club with the Cowboys was Leo Collins. He bought their club out. So yeah, they was in there that night. But other than that, man, them dudes have big, stupid houses and be having big, stupid private parties at their house now. That's what they do. And I'm going to tell you, that's exactly what they should be doing. You know what I'm saying?
I got land back in this motherfucker. Okay. So, yeah, man. So, next talking point, because we all are in agreement. Even the people that hate...
Pac-Man was in a strip club in 2026. In 2006, he was.
Yeah.
He caused the damn stampede, too.
Yeah, but that's just not even a good... I mean, do players be in clubs, in strip clubs? Hell yeah, they do. But are you gonna go and see like it's just not a because a lot of these players have. I'm gonna tell you why, and then we can switch the subject, right? Mm-hmm. You're not gonna be in a strip club depending on the brands that rep you, because bruh, if you have like Dak has like such and such General Hospital, bruh, that's $1 million check. You know what I'm saying? When you have those type of brands behind you, you're not gonna be in something like that.
You're gonna have to be conservative. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, the big bags are the conservative. Coca-Cola, those are conservative. Walmart, those are conservative companies. You're not gonna be able to be in a strip club and then repping Coca-Cola on Sunday night. That's not how it works.
Nah. Especially not a public strip club.
Yeah, so that's what I say. So you'll only catch like young players in those types of environments. Young guys. Brandon Aiyuk might be. Man, listen to me. Brandon Aiyuk might be in a Washington. Listen, I'm gonna ask you a question. Brandon Aiyuk, is he gonna be in a Washington D.C. strip club, or is he gonna be in a New York strip club.
I think if I had to bet my money, it'd be Washington.
Zeke being white, there's a huge difference.
Hey,
You
and
think
listen,
Washington finna get Aiyuk?
now I'll give you the background in just 2 seconds, and we're gonna talk about the breaking news. He demanded a trade. We all knew the writing was on the wall with Brandon Aiyuk. He don't want to be there because they don't want to pay him. He coming off an All-Pro season, and he's one of the better wide receivers in the league right now. Now, the reason why everybody thinks that he will end up in Washington, he
Hey, hold up
played
real
with
quick. Hey, hold up real quick. All right, go ahead, speak. Go ahead, keep talking.
he played with Jaden Daniels when they were at Arizona State. So Arizona State, before Jaden Daniels went to LSU, they played together. They're teammates. They got a great relationship. And there's video going around of them having the conversation about his contract concerns, all this other stuff. Pretty much saying that the 49ers straight up don't want him. So that's why the speculation about him going to Washington is in full swing. He's been
Is he a free agent?
No, he's trade. They had to trade for him.
He asked for a
Okay.
trade.
How many years left on his deal?
One.
This is it.
He's in the same
Okay.
situation CeeDee Lamb is in.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you, if Brandon Aiyuk was a first-round pick, he wouldn't have this problem.
Well, CD Lamb, well.
No, but I'm saying
But he in Dallas. Yeah, he in Dallas.
on another team. But I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah,
like
true.
Brandon Ayuk's real problem is, I'm gonna tell you, is they overvalue Deebo Samuel. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, Brandon Aiyuk understands that he's the best wide receiver catcher, professional catcher of the football on the team. The 49ers don't understand that. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. When Aiyuk leaves, they're gonna see that Deebo is really, when it comes to a player, he's a number 1 athlete, but he's really a number 2 wide receiver. In his stats as a wide receiver only, what was he, like 27? He was picked like 27. I'm sorry, but if you look at his stats only, he's not a CeeDee Lamb. He's not up there. He's not a Devontae Adams.
He didn't have.
My bad, Greg.
He had one explosive season in receiving yards. He went over 1,300 in 2021, but I don't think he ever eclipsed 1,000 yards again. I could be mistaken. But the last couple seasons he has, partially due to injury, but only had 892 yards and 7 touchdowns last year. 632 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns the year prior to that.
That's who you are.
To be fair, though, the 49ers do actually run the ball.
Hold up real quick. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
He on the phone.
What's up with you? What's up? Hey,
I got you. Who put him on that flyer for David?
man, I'm live right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know, but I can definitely get to the bottom of it and text him. And I was gonna ask him a question about Brandon Aiyuk.
Just mute.
Oh, you could.
I said I was gonna ask him a question about Brandon Aiyuk, but yeah, I don't even.
But yeah, cause what's your thoughts about it though, landlord?
I just feel like, Brandon Aiyuk is the better receiver over there. But I was about to say, just to be fair to him, they are a running football team. You know what I'm saying? They actually run the ball. So his targets and his usage is not gonna be that as a CeeDee Lamb or a high volume type wide receiver. He's probably maximizing what he does just because of where he playing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he played with the Cowboys, he would have better numbers. Because we use our wide receiver to a degree like that. But they actually run the ball. They actually hand the ball to Christian McCaffrey. They really do. And as their whole system is not just about featuring their wide receivers like that. Even though they featured Deebo, he's not featured as a wide receiver.
But
they feature they tight end more than they receivers.
My only pushback with that would be Deebo Samuel was paid like the number 1 wide receiver. He's paid like the number 1 wide receiver, but Brandon Aiyuk is the one getting the number 1 wide receiver production. So that would be like CeeDee Lamb taking a backseat to Brandon Cooks in our current situation. You know what I mean? Because they already properly enumerated Deebo Samuel. And listen, he be hurt. But at the same time, availability is also an ability in of itself to be on the football field and be able to actually produce and put up the numbers. So you can make the argument that if Debo Samuel played more, he would still be 1,000-yard receiver. That's very much is true. But at the same standpoint, he doesn't play, and Brandon Aiyuk in his absence has developed into an All-Pro wide receiver and one of the best route runners in the National Football League. And,
Exactly.
that's what it is at this standpoint right now. So if I'm Brandon Ayuk, I also will have to feel some type of way because you don't make it to the fucking Super Bowl without me. You don't make it to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl without me. You ain't talking about Brad. You ain't talking about Brock Purdy the way you talk about Brock Purdy without me, man. I'm the one taking, I'm the one taking hitch routes, making a guy miss and going 30 yards. I'm the one doing that. I'm the one
Debo ain't even been that big of a name as of late. Them last few years.
Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he had a great, and I sold him short. He went over 1,400 yards in 2021 receiving, and then he did what he did on the ground. So he had an amazing 2021 season. Up to this point, what he did was deserving of a contract. You know what I mean? Like you get paid off what you did, and what you're expected to be. But it just hasn't panned out. You know what I'm saying? It was an investment. They probably wish they could get some of that money back at this point. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it is what it is. But this is a situation the Dallas Cowboys could find themselves in as well. Because you're playing with people's money, and they ain't going to keep lying down for it. You know what I'm saying? If Brandon Aiyuk gets his way, I'm curious to see if CeeDee Lamb tries something similar. And the difference between you glitched out, 'cause I can't
Can you hear me now?
say something. Yeah, go
Mic
ahead. Go ahead.
check.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
good
I
now.
was
Go
about to
ahead.
say, why not if you see these? Because at the same time, like, bro, I know how competitive we is. People think competitiveness just stop when you on the field. No, it's a mindset. It's a reality. What they said, Michael Jordan and Kobe and them, they be competitive in everything. So you think these wide receivers, like somebody like CeeDee Lamb, ain't gonna be competitive on how he want his money? He looking at these other people like they got their money. I'm CeeDee Lamb. I did better than them. I played better than them. I am better than them. I deserve my money too. Like that
Especially Aiyuk.
competitiveness don't never stop. You see what I'm saying? It never stops. So he's competitive in the nature when it comes to his money too. Cause he felt like if these other people got their money and they resting well, why the hell I can't do the same thing and I know I'm better than him?
Hmm.
It
I
get
agree with you.
disrespectful after so long. Disrespectful. And you know I'm team first. But at the same time, right is right. You can't deny what CeeDee Lamb did last year. You can't deny that. You can't deny what Dak Prescott did last year. You can't deny these players who just literally getting disrespected in the market. Like, and look at it. You got to think when Dak go to these certain conferences and certain events, when CD go to these certain events around their peers, you know they talking shit about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yeah, you ain't got your money. Like, that's gonna be a certain type of feel. Like when you get a number when CD he ain't feeling like he should. He should be better than you. I feel like I got paid to be better. He ain't getting that.
Hmm.
He just all he knows his head is I played better than you.
Hey, you breaking up bad, dog. You breaking up
Damn,
bad.
why you ain't just interrupt me? You should have
I
just
just
said,
did. I was hoping that shit was gonna shake back, but yeah, like you
yeah.
had on that early 1970s robot voice for a little bit.
So they ain't heard nothing I said. That's sad.
That what they heard, nigga. But it's gonna be okay.
Damn.
But we know that CD Lamb. I know exactly what you said because it came in bits and pieces. So yeah, you are right. Like, and listen, everybody they digging folks about every damn thing. You don't think if you're getting underpaid and mistreated by your team, they ain't gonna egg you on about that shit a little bit? Of course they are.
Exactly. You
So
know how we talk shit with each other in the locker
yeah,
room,
yeah,
man.
and that's the thing though, man. But this is the thing. I would rather and listen. I know we haven't paid CD Lamb, but I would like for the Dallas Cowboys to at least bid for Brandon Aiyuk because Brandon Aiyuk is there's a the likelihood of him coming to the Commanders is very good. We cannot sit on our hands and watch another team in our division add another top wide receiver. We did absolutely nothing to try and combat the Philadelphia Eagles from adding AJ Brown. And look what they did for their team. So they
True.
already got and listen, the Commanders already have improved their team. They got a they got the quarterback. They ditched the guy. They already had a run game. They already had Scary Terry. They already had a defensive line. They're getting their offensive line together slowly but surely. Like we don't need to just watch them build a contender right before our eyes. We need to at least attempt. We need to at least attempt to slow that down. And listen, me and you already feel like the Dallas Cowboys need another weapon anyway. Now, is it realistic
Exactly.
to sign? Now, is it realistic to sign Brandon Aiyuk? Hell no. He wants a lot of money. CD Lamb wants a lot of money. We still got to figure out what we're gonna do about the Run Bland when his contract comes up next year. The same thing with our boy Jake Ferguson. So adding another high dollar contract is not realistic. But damn it, I take a rental. I'll give up a third round pick and let this man walk next year just to have him for a year and go all in this year for a Super Bowl run. I do it.
Man, we will win the Super Bowl.
You know what I'm saying? Like I listen. If we had Brandon Ayuk for a year, like it could be like listen Kawhi Leonard situation with the Toronto Raptors. They knew that Kawhi was not gonna sign back, and they didn't give a fuck. They still went out and traded for the man. They went on won a championship, and he went and signed wherever he wanted to sign it. No, I know good and well the Dallas Cowboys won't give him an extension. They're not. But Brandon Ayuk going to a team that plays the 49ers might also entice him. He can go back right back to San Francisco and help the Dallas Cowboys beat the 49ers week 5 as his get back while trying to compete for a championship. Then he could hit the open market and sign that big ass contract that he wants to sign. I'm just saying, like when you trade for a player, you don't always have to extend them. You can have a year rental if the price is right. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to marry every girl you date, but you have your good ass time while you with them. That's all I'm
Facts.
saying. That's all
Exactly.
I'm
That was a
saying,
great
boy.
metaphor because that's what it'll be. I mean, you made a good case for it, but it's not realistic, man.
It's
Them
not.
no, them boys ain't finna do nothing, bro. You know that. But like, I like what you said. Like, we sat on our hands when it came to our division getting better and getting another top wide receiver like AJ Brown, and now they got Brandon Ayuk potentially coming to Washington, and the Cowboys got potentially nobody coming to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't doing nothing. But you want to know what's gonna screw it up? Like we could say that Washington got better, but do we know they really got better? We really don't know. Like they drafted a top quarterback who we feel like could be okay, but that it's a lot of moving parts in Washington though. So like it'll be like in a perfect world, let's say for in a perfect world for Washington, let's just say that everything went right. Then they would be a good team. But what's the likelihood of everything going right for them? They changed a lot, bro.
Hmm.
They changed a whole lot. They changed front office people. They changed coaches. They changing quarterbacks. They changing defense. They changing everything. So you would think they would have to be better immediately, and they transition into all of this new stuff, and all of the new stuff that they made and all the decisions they made work out year one. I don't
Yeah.
know if they really got better. I think they just different. You know what I'm saying? They a different team now. They could potentially be better, maybe like a year or so, but I don't know about next year. You know what I'm
It,
saying? I just don't know.
well, nobody knows, but we just because listen, ain't nobody played any football, so you don't really know
Yeah.
if they if the if they it's going to translate on the football field. But if
Exactly.
you go top to bottom on the talent on the roster, you would say that they got better. No, it's the same way we feel about our team. We go top to bottom for the players on our roster with the guys that we lost and the guys that we added to replace them. We feel like we got worse. Now,
I
do
was
we
just
know
about to
for a
say, I
fact?
don't think we got better. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's all I'm saying. So I'm just getting that's what I'm getting at. So like we don't really know about the standing of any team because you know all it is right now without seeing preseason, without seeing training camp, without seeing people play, it's all about our gut feelings about how we feel about the player from analyzing them and everything else. There's guys on our team that ain't put on a Dallas Cowboys star yet that feel that you know that we feel highly about. There's guys that ain't put on a star yet that we say get them off the team. Ain't seen the man play football yet. We ain't got don't want shit to do with him.
Ain't
So
registered stat yet.
exactly. And CT said like the year that the Niners and a lot of people don't realize Deion Sanders was with the 49ers for a year, won a championship and bounced. You know what I'm saying? Like people be acting like Deion Sanders played for the 49ers like a long ass time. Like the two teams that Deion played the most years with was the Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys actually. The 49ers was a pit stop. But that would be the
He
same
played in
thing
Baltimore for like what, 1 year?
like 1 or 2 years. And then he
He
played
played
for
in
the
Washington like
and for like
one
a
year.
year. Yeah, I think he played in Dallas for like half a decade. I think in like 5 or 6 years he played for us, bro. Know what I'm
That's
saying? Like
what's up.
he a cowboy.
Well, I used to ask will he retire when?
Mm.
Where would Deion retire? Is he gonna get the Kobe treatment where they retiring him in different places? Well, not different places, but you know, they
Yeah.
retired two numbers for Kobe. Like, is they gonna retire Deion a Cowboy and a Niner? Like, how this gonna work? Who
Um,
gonna get that 1 day contract with Deion Sanders? Will it be the Falcons?
I think it might have been the Falcons because that's where he started his career. You know, what I mean, you always usually sign that contract unless unless you're like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or some shit like that. You know, he got drafted by Milwaukee, won a championship there, but then he went to the Lakers and won 1,000 more championships. So you know, he's a Laker. So I don't know. It really just depends. I don't know. I'll probably say it'll be Atlanta because of the impact he had there, being a black superstar in a majority black city. It probably was Atlanta. Probably be Atlanta.
Yeah, I think it's more. I don't think it'll be Dallas either. If he was smart, you know what I'm saying? But he is Deion though, so his star power kind of override him being a Cowboy retirement.
Yeah, yeah. He is his own brand at this point. But you know, I'm not really sure what he did. You know, I'm not sure like how he went out. I gotta go. I should Google that. I should Google that. But also to get back to the point of this that we talk about Brandon Aiyuk and shit. Um, Dog, T Higgins is a free agent next year, just like Brandon Aiyuk is, just like CeeDee Lamb is. If deals don't get done, those are three really good wide receivers that can sign anywhere that they want to. Now, odds are that CeeDee Lamb gets franchise tag or extension. Like we ain't gonna let CD hit the open market, but theoretically, like if the Dallas Cowboys continue to sit and wait, that price tag for CeeDee Lamb is probably gonna keep skyrocketing. Because Brandon Aiyuk is probably gonna get a massive deal. I can see T Higgins getting a big deal to be somebody's number one because he's shown the ability to be a number one when Jamar Chase goes down. He's put up the numbers to back that up. So I'm not really sure if it's wise for the Dallas Cowboys to continue to wait and play these games with CeeDee Lamb, man. Oh yeah,
True, true.
Atlanta actually
I agree.
put him in his ring of honor. So yeah, they put my boy in the ring of honor. He ain't even in Dallas ring of honor, so it'll probably be Atlanta.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I figure it'll be Atlanta, but you know, he didn't win shit though. But yeah, I get it.
But you know, it's not always about wins and losses. You know, sometimes it is about the love. You know what I'm saying? You like you gave me my start. You know what I'm saying?
Where is he from? Like where he grew up at?
When he was born and shit. Let me see.
Yeah.
Good question.
That matter too.
He
If he was
was.
born in Atlanta, it's for sure happened.
Let me Google this shit real quick. I don't know where he's from. He was born in Florida. I don't know if he went to school in Florida though. Let me see.
He went to Florida State.
I'm talking about high school. Yeah. Yeah, he a Florida boy.
Oh
FSU.
yeah.
He played high school at North Fort Myers. Yeah, he a Florida boy through and through.
Okay. Well, yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with Atlanta, so we'll see. He probably I'm bet if I was a bet man, I'd say Atlanta too.
I'm pretty sure. He said, "You see what wrong?" No, I didn't. Tell me what he heard. Put in the chat box real quick before we get out of here. That'd be the last thing that we say, man. We're gonna wrap it up in just a second, but let me hear what Rome heard, because I'm interested. Because I ain't heard nothing. Fill me in. Fill me in. Yeah, if y'all got news, I want to hear.
Who did he hear it from? That's all.
I'm trying to figure it out. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. I don't even know what he heard yet.
Whatever he heard, goddamn.
Tell us something.
We gotta know
I got to know.
where it come from too, goddamn.
Let's see. Letty said she got here. Like, it be like that sometimes. You know, we all have lives, work, family, kids. It be tough to pull away sometimes. It ain't no hard feelings. We appreciate you for pulling up on us anyway. He said he heard front office talking about bugging trade, and I was watching. Then Celio saying he heard about bugging trade. Who? He said heard Rome front office talking about bugging trade. Trading who? Who's supposed to get traded? I don't know. Is it like a trade for an outside player or Higgins? Okay, spell check. Spell check. Okay, so they're supposed to be all right. So there's rumblings about a Higgins trade, allegedly. I always put allegedly because y'all ain't gonna have me saying that I said it because I don't know. But
I don't know about that. Cause I'm looking at it like we ain't even signed nobody, and
it's the same thing.
nobody is even have. They ain't even got no real contracts. Like Dak ain't even got a contract. So
But
like,
it was the same thing we were just talking about with Brandon Aiyuk. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I would trade for him, but how they gonna like? It'll be a 1 year rental. You know what I'm saying? I don't see
yeah,
them paying CeeDee Lamb and paying a T Higgins or Brandon Aiyuk. You know what I'm saying? Because realistically, I don't even think they're gonna pay to run Bland. If we're being
I
real.
told you. I really like. I hate to say it, but I think it'll be smart to trade Bland. Cause if we ain't gonna pay him, I don't have faith in the Joneses paying Durant.
Yeah, I don't have faith in them doing anything because they haven't even paid the quarterback. Y'all supposed to be the easiest contract. You need a quarterback.
The quarterback contract opened up everything. Like, and I just don't know. Like, I know this ain't what we want to hear or what we want to talk about, man. But I just gotta keep it real with my people. Like, this is set up to be just a rebuild. It look like it's a rebuild to me, bro. It really do. Until they sign Dak, bro, I just don't know a way to sugarcoat it. It look like a rebuild. It's too many things that's not aligned. Is this team built for success in the future? No. So, therefore, you might be just saying, "Hey, screw everything, let's blow it up." Yeah, and I really disagree with that. I think that's the dumbest thing you could possibly do. But is that going to stop the Joneses from doing it? Unfortunately, not.
But hey, Timothy, we don't got a minute because Deron Bland is eligible for a contract next year, and after this year he'll be on a 1-year deal. So like you either shit or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? We don't have time to be waiting. These guys aren't on contracts for long. You got even if you're on a 4-year deal, you're eligible for an extension after your third. So right before right before the year that you become a free agent after you play, you're eligible for a contract extension. This is Deron Bland's third year. His contract. He's eligible for a contract extension this upcoming off season. So is our boy, not Dalton Schultz, Jake Ferguson. So Jake Ferguson will be on a 1-year deal next year, needing a contract, and Deron Bland will be on a 1-year deal next year, needing a contract. That's scary when you think about it. Oh, also, All Pro, nasty Tyler Smith. He extra nasty in that run game. He's going to be eligible for a contract extension. The only difference between him and them is that he has a 5th-year option, so he technically won't be on a 1-year deal after this season. But point being, everybody and their mama is coming up for a contract. That's why when I initially said that stuff about Brandon Aiyuk, it would be a 1-year rental. Bringing him in for whatever pick and letting him hit the open market the following year because you got to pay everybody and their mama. Now, are you going to let one of these other guys walk, Deron Bland? Are you going to trade him away? Or are you going to figure out a contract with Jake Ferguson? Or are you going to let him become a free agent? Or are you going to tag him? What the hell are you going to do with CeeDee Lamb? Like, that's the real thing. Like, the Dallas Cowboys got 31 guys that'll be free agents next year, but they also got a bunch of guys that will be on 1-year deals next year as well. So that's the issue.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, head coach and defensive coordinators on one. What the fuck, man? I be getting upset when people be reminding me of little shit like that. Like, nigga, the whole damn. You might well add offensive coordinator too, because he is. You fired the head coach. You fire the head coach, you're also firing the offensive coordinator. So your head coach, your offensive coordinator, and your defensive coordinator are on 1-year deals. Every quarterback that you got on your roster is on a 1-year deal. Your 2 primary wide receivers, your 3 of your primary wide receivers on 1-year deals right now, because Turpin is as well. Shit.
Man, we ain't even signed Turpin. We ain't got no. Listen here. Like I said, bro, I ain't no doomsday prepper type dude. I don't want to be, oh my God, the house is on fire type guy. But I'm just being real. I don't see no other way this makes sense. I just don't see no other way it makes sense.
I know.
Like, I mean, they don't have anybody signed, bro. What you want me to do with that?
Easy. We don't even need Schottenheimer, honestly. Man,
Really don't.
I don't even count Scott. I don't even count my boy because the moment,
bro, we forget he even here.
Yeah, like you just sit here and saw me say firing Mike McCarthy is firing the offensive coordinator. Because listen,
and we got a whole offensive coordinator.
he don't call the plays, and we're not running his system. You know what I'm saying? If you're not calling the plays, and if you're not doing the the installs, and Mike McCarthy said if you install it, you call it. And he been calling his ass off, so he installed the plays.
That's why he ain't want to call killing plays. And I don't blame you, Mike. Good job.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, man. Like,
don't let the Joneses sit up there and give you enough rope to hang yourself. That was probably the smartest thing he ever did.
One of them. If it ain't
separate himself from them.
I mean, but how much time did it buy him? 2 years?
That's just because the Jones is stupid. That ain't got nothing to do with him.
That's all I'm saying. Like, when you're in bed with stupid people, I'm not talking about sexually. I'm talking about like business wise. Like when you are in bed with stupid people, there's only so much smart things you can do to avoid the
Facts.
stupidness. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And you can only avoid it for so long. It's coming. It's almost like the like Game of Thrones. Winter is coming, goddamn. Like
it's an
they gone.
inevitability,
Yes, it's happening. We know that.
whether you like it or not. Because listen, I'm starting to believe that stupid is contagious and that it rubs off and can be transferred from one person to another. Because there are some things that have happened that I feel has trickled down from Jerry Jones, from his son to everybody. I just feel like some of the other things that they've done to this team has created a snowball effect that has affected everybody beneath them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But we're finna wrap this shit up though, man, because God is amazing.
Absolutely, all the time.
Tomorrow is Friday, and we're gonna wrap this up, man. Y'all done had enough time to. He said, "Oh, hold on, you got us. I'm gonna get you got us coming before we get out of here." She said, "Hello, landlord. Do we recall after the Green Bay loss, a lot of us were screaming rebuild, and it sounded a little extreme. But what is the difference between saying rebuild then and seeing it happen slowly now?" Landlord, you gonna ask the question?
Let me see. Read it one more time, cause I'm multitasking. You know that. Please, if you don't mind, sir.
All right. Do we recall after the Green Bay loss, a lot of us were screaming rebuild, and it sounded a little extreme. But what is the difference between saying rebuild then and seeing it happen slowly now?
It ain't no difference. It's just like, what can I say? It's like death by 1,000 cuts. It just hurt. It hurt because we slowly seeing it happen. Like they should have just said, "Hey, y'all, we rebuilding. We ain't signing Dak back. We finna just do what we want to do." They should just go ahead and say this, because, like, I don't want to see. Because listen, I believe that we know, if you know football, you know Dak Prescott gonna have a damn good season. If he don't have the best season ever, he gonna have a good enough season to where you'll be stupid not to sign him. Why not just sign him? So if Dak Prescott got to move a mountain, because I know we talk about rebuild, and I start with the quarterback because that's, in all actuality, that's basically your rebuild. If you don't got a quarterback, you got to rebuild. Like, so I'm starting with Dak for a reason. So if Dak got to move a mountain to get signed, might as well just get rid of the man now then. Like, I'm not taking up for nobody. I'm just saying straight up, bro. If you're not going to treat the man right, if you already know in your head that you don't want him, just get rid of him then. Let's just let him walk, trade him. Hey, tell him, hey, Dak, let's get a trade done. Like, let this man go. Relinquish your power over this man. That's what you should do.
But you got one thing confused though, landlord. Dak Prescott has the power over them. And
I mean,
and this is the thing. You may not want me, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You've seen people stay in marriages where the other person don't want to be there, but it's beneficial to them, so they ride that shit out. Dak Prescott is the beneficiary in a bad marriage right now. The marriage is bad, but Dak Prescott still getting the benefits and all that other shit. So guess what? I'm reaping the benefits. I'm going to get this nice contract that's fully guaranteed. I'm going to put up great numbers with the great team around me. And then I can walk and sign wherever I want to. Because if I allow you to trade me away, I will be trading away assets that on that team that I'm going to. You're giving away assets that I could be using to be an MVP over there or end up winning a Super Bowl over there. Like, you're not finna get a first round pick from the team that I'm going to. They need to keep that first round pick and use that for my future wide receiver or use that for my future left tackle and all this other stuff, man. So this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Dak Prescott is not going to do them any kind of favors right now. Even if they felt like they really want to blow it up and start over, like, we're not going to sign Dak. All right, doesn't matter because Dak said I'm not going nowhere. I'm finna get this. I'm finna get this bag. There ain't no goddamn state tax in Texas, so I'm gonna get this 55 million non-tax money from your ass right now, and then I'll leave, and then I'll go.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
I
back,
get
man.
it.
Sorry, I had to dip out for a little bit, man. Had a big conversation going on. You did real 88 conversation going on. You know what I'm talking about? Put the X in the comment box.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
That's what's up. I'm up out of here though, man. I might catch y'all later.
All right, well, go
Y'all
on
want to
then,
keep
man.
rocking? It's cool.
All right, well, we
Yeah, I'm
gonna
out of here
let you
too.
then, man.
I'm out of here
You
too.
going too? All right, well, F it. We out of here. But yeah, man, Dak got all the power right now. And listen, we gonna see how this plays out, man. But I'm just saying, the Dallas Cowboys got 31 guys that will be free agents this upcoming season, and this upcoming season there will be multiple of your star players on 1-year deals, including Jake Ferguson, Deron Bland, and a couple other guys. So guess what? They got to figure that shit out. It's not my problem though. You know, I'm just gonna cheer. I ain't finna be worried about it. It ain't finna worry me.
True, true.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah.
I say it like this, and that is, man, I appreciate everybody for watching. Listen to me. I'm gonna be going to training camp the first day that they open. I'll be there, and then that night I'm gonna have probably about 40, 30 minutes of just exclusive training camp content. I'm gonna be going live at training camp, but I'm gonna tell you, reels play way more than lives. I'm gonna just be honest with you. The lives are for y'all. The lives don't play nothing. They don't. Yeah, y'all should see our private chat. It's crazy. I'm just playing with y'all.
Oh Lord.
Lord, that boy West Coast. But yeah, man, training camp's gonna be dope. Hey, I'm going to training camp. This VIP pass is $250, man. I got like 5 people in the raffle so far at $10, so we almost there. We almost there. I need to get this VIP pass. Landlord, he up here talking like he don't need one until he get there and realize he can't see nothing. So he gonna need one too.
Yeah.
As well
I'm
go.
gonna need one too, goddamn.
Yeah, so go ahead, throw one on there. And you know what? If somebody want to just bless us with one and then find a way to write it off on your taxes, we will help in any way that you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can figure it out. I will do it.
If you need something taken care of, you know what I'm saying, we might be able to take care of it for you. That's all we can say. Ishne on the Ishne, you know what I'm saying?
The optics net. That's all I'm saying. If you got something you need to be taken care of, I got you. You know what I'm saying? We can write it off on your taxes if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Wink, wink.
Wink. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, like if you got a baby daddy that's getting on your nerves, I punch him for $250. I will. I punch him for $250. But hey, man, you guys already know what it is, man. Training camp is gonna be lit. And more importantly, we all gonna be there. Listen to me. The suck wasn't even as bad, man. It's the 18th. We get my mama birthday literally in 6 days. Y'all know what that means. Cowboy season is upon us, man. Let's get it. You guys already know what it is. Never look down. My arms are sweating.